Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daniel again, reading through the Bible, kind of just off the cuff, if you will. I've never done this before, so this is kind of new. We're in Exodus of the Bible, and 36:17 is what we are reading through. So as I go through, I like to stop and talk about things, and question things, to do those things. But it's been a good experience so far. So if you're just tuning in or just joined me, thank you. I appreciate it. Please leave a comment and a like. Thank you so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by going back to go forward. So I'm going to kind of read back a little bit and then push forward with everything. Okay. So I'm going to start, I think, on 35. And then go from there. Cool. All right. He has filled them with skill to do the work of an engraver, of a designer, of an embroiderer in purple, blue, and scarlet fabric, and in fine linen, and of a weaver, makes of every work and embroiderers of excellent designs. Bezalel and Oholiab, and every skilled person in whom the Lord has put ability and understanding to know how to do all of the work in the construction of sanctuary, shall work according to all that the Lord has commanded. So Moses called Bezalel and Oholiab, and every skilled person in whom the Lord had put ability, everyone whose heart stirred him to come to do the work. They received from Moses all of the offerings which the Israelites had brought from the construction of the sanctuary to prepare it for service, and they continued to bring him free will offerings every morning. And all the skilled men who were doing all of the work on the sanctuary came, each one from the work which he was doing. And they said to Moses, "The people are bringing much more than enough for the construction work which the Lord has commanded us to do." So Moses issued a command, and it was proclaimed through the camp, "Let neither man nor woman do any more work for the sanctuary offering." So the people were restrained from bringing anything more. Well, that's good. We're just going to give until it's enough. And that's good. For the material they had was sufficient and more than enough to do all the work. All the skilled men among them who were doing the work on the tabernacle made 10 curtains of fine twisted linen and blue, purple, and scarlet fabric, with cherubim work into them. The work of an embroiderer. Bezalel made them. Each curtain was 28 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. All the curtains were one size. Bezalel joined 5 curtains to one another, and the other 5 curtains he joined to one another. He made loops of blue on the edge of the outermost curtain in the first set. He also did this on the edge of the curtain that was the outermost on the second set. He made 50 loops in one curtain of the first set, and 50 loops on the edge of the curtain which was in the second set. The loops were opposite one another. He made 50 gold hooks, and he joined the curtains together with the hooks, so that the tabernacle became a unit. Then he made curtains of goat's hair for a tent over the tabernacle. He made 11 curtains in all. That's a lot of curtains. Each curtain was 30 cubits long and 4 cubits wide. The 11 curtains were equal of size. So looking it up, a cubit is the length from the elbow to the fingertip. That is a cubit. That's what I'm seeing. So what I'm seeing here, we're 28 cubits, which is 18 inches of each one. As 18 inches is the average of a cubit. That's a lot. That's a long piece. All right, let's keep going. Bezalel joined 5 curtains by themselves and the other 6 curtains by themselves. He made 50 loops on the edge of the outermost curtain of the first set, and he made 50 loops on the edge of the outermost curtain on the second set. Yeah, okay. Wait a second. Wait just a second. Oh, sticky pages. Yeah. He made 50 bronze hooks to join the tent together into a unit. He made a third covering for the tent of ram skin dyed red, and above it a fourth covering of porpoise skins. I guess to make it waterproof? Just make sure it's waterproof, no water can leak in, to make sense. Each board was 10 cubits long and 1.5 cubits wide. Each board had 2 tenons fitted to the other. He did all this for all the boards of the tabernacle. And this is how he made the boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards for the south side. And he made under the 20 boards 40 silver sockets, 2 sockets under one board for its 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for its 2 tenons. For the other side of the tabernacle, the north side, he made 20 boards, and there 40 silver sockets, 2 under each board. And for the rear of the tabernacle to the west, he made 6 frame boards. He also made 2 boards for the corner of each of the tabernacle in the rear. They were separate below, but linked together at the top with one ring. Thus he made both of them in both corners. There were 8 boards with 16 silver sockets, and under the end of each board 2 sockets. Bezalel made bars of acacia wood, 5 for the frame boards of the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the tabernacle's other side, and 5 bars for the boards at the rear side to the west. He made the middle bar pass through horizontally halfway up the boards from one end to another. He overlaid the boards and the bars with gold and made the rings of gold as the holders for the bars. So he's kind of like, I'm seeing he's following everything that God said. Furthermore, Bezalel made the veil of blue and purple and scarlet fabric and fine twisted linen. He made it with cherubim, the work of an embroiderer. For the veil, he made 4 support poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. Their hooks were gold. And he cast for them 4 silver sockets. He made a screen for the doorway of the tent of purple, blue, and scarlet fabric and fine twisted linen, the work of an embroiderer. And he made the 5 support poles with their hooks and overlaid their ornamental tops and connecting rings with gold, but their 5 sockets were bronze. Bezalel made the Ark of the Covenant of acacia wood. So is Bezalel just making all of this stuff? He's like made the Ark of the Covenant. He made the curtains. It's just one person, looks like. I figured there'd be more than one person doing all this, but I guess not. Bezalel made the Ark of the Covenant of acacia wood. It was 2.5 cubits long and 1.5 cubits wide and 1.5 cubits high. And he overlaid it with pure gold inside and out and made a molding of gold to go all around the top of it. He cast 4 rings of gold for it on its 4 feet, 2 rings on one side and 2 rings on the other. He made carrying poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. He put the carrying poles through the rings at the sides of the ark to carry it. Bezalel made the mercy seat of pure gold. It was 2.5 cubits long and 1.5 cubits wide. He made 2 cherubim of hammered gold. He made them at the 2 ends of the mercy seat. 1 cherub at one end and 1 cherub at the other end. He made the cherubim of one piece with the mercy seat at 2 ends. This person, he's getting after it, man. I wonder how long it took. Like, realistically. How long did this take? Because it seems like all this would take a tremendous amount of time. The cherubim spread out their wings upward, covering and protecting the mercy seat with their wings, with their faces towards each other, and the faces of the cherubim were looking downward towards the mercy seat. Bezalel made the table for the bread of acacia wood. It was 2 cubits long, a cubit wide, and 1.5 cubits high. He overlaid it with pure gold and made a border of gold all around its top. He made a rim for it, just under the top, a hand width wide all around, and a border of gold around its rim. He cast 4 rings of gold, for it had fastened the rings to the 4 corners that were at its 4 legs. Close by the rim were the rings, the holders for the poles, to pass through to carry the table. Because, as God said, don't touch it. just carry it with the poles, right? Said it didn't want it to be touched. Imagine the amount of smudges that would be on that thing. First of all, people with their greasy hands touching on stuff. That's not any good. Where are we? Okay, keep going. Okay. He made the utensils, which were on the table, its dishes and pans, its bowls, its jars for pouring drink offerings of pure gold. Then he had made the lampstand, menorah of pure gold. Interesting. He made the lampstand of hammered work. At its base and its center shaft, its cups, its calyxes, and its flowers were all one piece with it. There were 6 branches coming out of the sides of the lampstand, 3 branches from one side of the center shaft, and 3 branches from the other side of it. 3 cups shaped like an almond blossoms, a calyx, and a flower in one branch, and the 3 cups shaped like almond blossoms, a calyx, and a flower on the opposite branch. So for the 6 branches coming out of the center shaft of the lampstand. On the center shaft of the lampstand, there were 4 cups shaped like almond blossoms with calyxes and flowers. And a calyx was on the first pair of branches coming out of it, and the second pair of branches, and the third pair for the 6 branches coming out of the lampstand. Their calyxes and the branches were of one piece with it, and it all was single hammered work of pure gold. That's very talented to be able to do that. And it's not like you can just like fix a mistake, right? He made its 7 lamps with its snuffers and its trays of pure gold. He made the lampstand and all its utensils from a talent of pure gold. Then Bezalel made the incense altar of acacia wood. Its top was a cubit square, and it was 2 cubits high. The horns were of one piece with it. He overlaid it with pure gold, its top and its sides all around, and its horns. He also made a rim of gold around it. He made 2 rings of gold under its rim, on its 2 opposite sides as holders for the poles to pass through to carry it. He made the poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. He also made the holy anointing oil and pure fragrant incense of spices, the work of a perfumer. This was one person doing all this stuff. I bet he was exhausted when everything was done. Then Bezalel made the altar of burnt offerings of acacia wood. Its top was square, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits wide and 3 cubits high. He made its horns on the 4 corners of it. The horns were of one piece with it, and he overlaid it with bronze. He made all the utensils and vessels of the altar of burnt offering, the pots, shovels, basin, meat hooks, and fire pans. He made all the utensils of bronze. He made for the altar a grating of bronze mesh under its rim, extending halfway up it. He cast 4 rings for the 4 corners of bronze grating as holders for the carrying poles. How many? It says, are they all the same poles? They can't be all the same poles. It's like, how many sets of poles does this thing have? He cast 4 rings for the 4 corners of the bronze grating as holders carrying poles. He made the carrying poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with bronze. So that's like the 3rd set, right? 3rd set of poles is what I'm reading. And I could be wrong. Absolutely could be wrong, but I'm getting it's the 3rd set of poles. He put the poles through the rings on the sides of the altar with which to carry it. He made it hollow with planks. Bezalel made the basin and its base of bronze from the mirrors of the attending women who served and ministered at the doorway of the tent of meeting. Then he made the court. For the south side of the curtains of the court were all of fine twisted linen, 100 cubits. It's 180 feet. No, that's more than that. No, it's right, isn't it? Never mind, I was way off. 1,800 feet. That's a lot. That's a lot of foot. It's a lot of everything. But that's okay. There are 20 support poles, and there are 20 bronze sockets. The hooks of the support poles and their connecting rings were silver. And for the north side of the court, the curtains were also 100 cubits, their 20 support poles and their 20 bronze sockets. The hooks of their support poles and their connecting rings were silver. For the west side of the court, there were the curtains of 50 cubits, with their 10 support poles and their 10 sockets, and the hooks of the support poles and their connecting rings were silver. For the east side, the front of the courtyard, 50 cubits. The curtains for one side of the court gate were 15 cubits, with their 3 support poles and the 3 sockets. The same for the other side, left and right of the court gate, were the curtains of 15 cubits, with their 3 support poles and the 3 sockets. All the curtains around the court were of fine twisted linen. The sockets for the support poles were made of bronze. The hooks of the support poles and their connecting rings were made of silver, and silver overlaid their tops. All support poles of the court had silver connecting rings. The screen for the gate of the courtyard was the work of an embroiderer in blue, purple, and scarlet fabric, and fine twisted linen. It was 20 cubits long, 5 cubits high, corresponding to the curtains of the court. Their 4 support poles and their 4 sockets were bronze. Their hooks were silver, and the silver overlaid the tops of the connecting rings. All pegs for the tabernacle and the court were bronze. This is the sum of the things of the tabernacle of the testimony, as counted according to the command of Moses, for the work of the Levites under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. Now Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, made everything that the Lord commanded Moses. With him was let's try that. Holiab. Those names are very difficult to pronounce, but that's okay. The son, the tribe of Dan, an engraver and a skillful craftsman, and an embroiderer, in blue, and in purple, and in scarlet fabric, and fine linen. All the gold that was used for the work, and all the building and furnishing of the sanctuary, the gold from the wave offering, was 29 talents and 730 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary. The silver from those of the congregation who were assembled and counted was 100 talents and 1,775 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary. A bekah for each man, that is, half a shekel, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, for everyone who was counted, from 20 years old and upward, for 603,550 men. That's a lot of people. No wonder they needed the tabernacle to be so big. 600,000 people? Good Lord. The 100 talents of silver were for casting the sockets of the sanctuary and the sockets of the veil. 100 sockets for the 100 talents, and a talent for a socket. I mean, it makes sense. It's a lot of people. Goodness. Okay. Of the 1775 shekels, he made hooks for the support poles and overlaid the tops and made the connecting rings for them. The bronze of the wave offering was 70 talents and 2,400 shekels. With it, Bezalel made the sockets for the doorway of the tent of meeting, and the bronze altar and its bronze grating, and all the utensils of the altar, and the sockets of the court, and all around the sockets of the court gate, and all the pegs of the tabernacle, and all the pegs around the court. Moreover, the blue and purple and scarlet fabric, they made finely woven garments for serving and ministering in the holy place. They made the holy garments for Aaron, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Bezalel made the ephod of gold and of blue, purple, and scarlet fabric, and fine twisted linen. Then Bezalel and Oholiab hammered the gold into thin sheets and cut it into threads to work into the blue and purple and scarlet fabric, and into the fine linen, the work of a skilled craftsman. That sounds like it'd be absolutely gorgeous when they're all done. They made attaching shoulder pieces for the ephod. It was attached at its 2 upper edges. The skillfully woven sash with which to bind it, which was on the ephod to hold it in place, was like its workmanship of the same material, of gold and of blue, purple, and scarlet fabric and fine twisted linen, just as the Lord commanded Moses. We're going to stop there today. But it sounds like they're getting everything together. Sounds like right now we're just building stuff. And they're weaving the gold into it, which is going to be absolutely gorgeous when they're done. Weaving the gold into it. It's like, I wondered how you would do that without cutting yourself. But I guess that's why they're skilled craftsmen, right? They can just do that stuff. But I hope everybody's having a good weekend. Thank you so much for coming to see me. We'll pick up tomorrow where we left off. Back a little bit. Don't forget to like and leave comments. Have a great day.